Welcome to episode 7 of the Talkin Football with Larlar podcast. Hello, everybody. Welcome back once again for another episode. Welcome. We are just coming out of the 7th week already, somehow, some way, of the NFL season. We're almost halfway through. How is that possible? Anyways, hello once again. We are recording or streaming this live on twitch.tv/azlarlar. So if you are watching this afterwards on the YouTube, all good. But if you would like to join us for potential interest to, just join us in the chat here, you guys are always free to do so. Just go to twitch.tv/azlarlar every single Wednesday at around 7 to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And we will then start the podcast from there. Now, at this point, once again, we are missing actually one person, and that is Brandon. But he does have something typed, like how Max did last week. But we still do have, of course, RBM, and Max is here this time with us. Hello, guys.
Yo.
This season been going by too damn quick.
I feel like I say that almost every single damn time, but it is what it is, I guess. So, let's go ahead and go really quickly into our Pickems. So, of course, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. There you go. So, in terms of Pickems, I feel like, especially in the last couple of weeks, it's been very shaky. However, this week, I actually did pretty damn well. I went 10-5 this week for week 7. And my overall record is 61-46. Not bad at all. The only teams that really snubbed me were the Steelers, Vikings, Falcons, Bucs, and Texans. So, there you go. Finally got a nice selection of wins here. So, nothing really too crazy there. And we will, of course, do our Week 8 Pickems later on to end the podcast. So, per usual, just how we always do it. We are going to start with the blowout games first before we really go into further too deep into the other games that are worth at least talking about. But we're once again going to try and go by these very quickly, hopefully. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get into our first game here. Because in London, it was an absolute massacre. Because the one thing that I guess wasn't exactly a surprise is the fact that Matthew Stafford threw 5 touchdowns against this team. Stafford throws a record 5 touchdowns at an international game in London against the Jaguars, 35-7. And when it comes down to Stafford, and when it comes down to just a stat line of 5 touchdown passes, it's almost unheard of in the NFL nowadays. You always almost hear oh, this quarterback scored 4 total touchdowns or something like that. It's because they either passed it or also just ran it in. But pure 5 touchdown throwing passes is kind of crazy. But it kind of just shows you that Stafford is definitely in the conversation as of right now to be a very top 5 quarterback at the moment, if I'm being honest. But in terms of the Rams, guys, I don't know if you guys agree, but I still have them, spoiler alert, kinda, I still have them as top 5 in the NFL as of right now. And, right, the Rams also did not have Puka Nacua this game. So, it was kind of crazy because when you look at all these stat lines here, Devontae Adams caught 3 of them, and he only had 35 total receiving yards of the entire game, and 3 of them were touchdown passes. Crazy to think about. In terms of the Jaguars, though, I can't believe that. I can't believe.
While it lasted.
Hey, you just said what?
I said it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, I know, because 2 weeks ago I was saying like, holy crap, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. They might actually be the real deal. Nope. Unfortunately, they have come down to earth and they get blown out here 35-7 against the Rams. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this specific game here?
The Rams are pretty damn good.
So we got the Rams are pretty damn good from Max, and then I think RBM said Jags are frauds.
Jags are frauds.
Yeah, they're I have
absolute frauds.
I have to unfortunately agree. It's so crazy because Travis Hunter really came into this game here, and he scored his first touchdown, which is cool.
That nigga went crazy.
He did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
It's just that when it came down to it, that was the only score the Jaguars had all game long, and that score was in garbage time, basically in the fourth quarter. Like, what to do? So, yeah, it's
he didn't even take a single defensive snap of that game. I don't think.
No, he did. He did. It was just a couple though. It was only just a couple, but he did. He did. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I only watched the highlights of this game. I didn't watch the game.
No, Travis Hunter was lining up a couple times, but obviously the one thing that is going to be the focal point is the fact that he got that touchdown pass finally, his first touchdown in the NFL. It's just that like it comes down in a blowout against the Rams, and very unfortunate because I feel like once again the Rams are just going to be up there as one of the best teams in the NFL right now, and I'm not saying a lot of people are underrating them, but they are definitely being spoken to compared to like, the Lions or something, but I don't know.
I don't know. I still think people are underrating them. This Rams team, despite not having Puka Nacua, is still a really good team.
Yeah, I know. And Devontae still has the flashes of basically being wide receiver 1, which I mean he was for this game because Puka was out, but like
he kind of had to be.
Yeah, I know, but like imagine just continuing to imagine the offense with Puka Nacua is just so lethal, and then Stafford basically being protected. Great. It's just that like Trevor Lawrence literally had 7 sacks on him. You can't take 7 sacks, bro. You just can't.
I mean, to be fair, Stafford didn't really have to do a whole lot, but
that is true.
He just chose to.
That is very true. So I guess to end off really this quick game here, we already know the Rams are going to be really good going into the postseason. What are the Jaguars here? Because the Jaguars are in a little bit of a hole with this skid here of a 2-game losing streak, and they have the Colts sitting at 6-1 with the best record in the league right now. So
I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now: they're not winning the AFC South.
I guess
no way. Not with that kind of play.
Yeah, sure, but I think the one thing I was going to say is, do we still think of them as a playoff team? It's tough.
It's AFC collapse, maybe. But
it's tough.
I was gonna say maybe like a fringe wild card team, but like other than that,
I think they could be a nice
maybe not.
Well, let's go on ahead and get on to the next game here. Let's see if King is available to do said thingy. He is.
And there he is.
Hello, King. So, the next game that we are going to be doing is, my God, Browns and Judkins just absolutely again another massacre here, 31-6, and oh man, King, go on ahead, man. Hello, by the way.
How y'all doing? This
chilling.
was an embarrassment of the highest caliber.
Yeah, it was bad.
Here's the thing that is interesting. I don't think the Browns played well enough to score 31 points. It was 31, right? 31-6?
31-6, yeah.
Yeah, 31-6. They did not play well enough to score 31 points. They didn't. Like, I think Dylan Gabriel only threw for like 116 yards passing.
Yeah, it was mostly on Judkins.
Judkins only rushed for 84 yards.
Yeah.
He scored 3 touchdowns, but on 25 carries, only rushed for 84 yards. But this was truly a masterclass of how pathetic this team is. And it truly highlighted the flaws of this team. First and foremost, our defense sucks. Because, as I've been saying, all year at this point, I feel like a broken record. This running defense is the worst in the league, and how the fuck did we just not stop anybody? Ever. Like, it feels like every drive is guaranteed points. Like, the only... I swear to God, I think we have more turnovers than forced punts. And then the punts that we do force, we get penalties. Like, Zach Sealer, I think, had a roughing the passer penalty that negated a 4th down force. Okay, so that's problem 1. Problem 2. The O-line is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like, let's see here. Tua's pressured 13 times. Oh, Tua's pressured 13 times. Quentin Ewers is pressured 20 times for 4 sacks. Like, that's unacceptable. That's just truly awful. And we can't get a run game going because of it. Like, I'm blaming Chris Greer because the defensive talent is his fault. The offensive line talent is his fault. And then the biggest problem in the room, Tua with 3 fucking picks again. I think this is his 3rd game this year with 3 picks. Let me just double check that. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Oh, no.
Yes, it is.
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah, the Colts. Forgot about the Colts. So, yeah. Of the 7 games, 3 of them, he has 3 picks. 2 is not him. He's just not the guy. The one thing that he was able to do for the longest time was anticipate where the ball needed to go and get it to his guy. Now he can't seem to do that anymore. Which, he's not athletic enough to be Josh Allen-esque. And if he doesn't have the know-how between the ears, then he's just a worthless quarterback. And we absolutely can't be paying him $60 million a year to be throwing 3 picks a game. Like, this is truly an embarrassment of the highest caliber. And I don't really know what else to say that I haven't already said. How many times? 7 times now?
Yeah, at this point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same shit. At this point, I'm hoping for a high draft pick. I don't want to draft a quarterback this year. I really don't. Not because we don't need a quarterback, but because we need to build up capital for a good quarterback. Because honestly, I don't like any of the quarterbacks that are coming out up here.
Well.
And we don't even get... And right now, it's not even looking like we're going to get the number 1 pick, because... It's...
I was going to say that Week 14 matchup between the Jets and Dolphins might be the biggest of tank bowls. So
it's going to be the biggest of tank bowls, but I don't know if by that point, unless the Jets get another win before that, I don't see how that's going to change anything. I don't know how that would play out.
Yeah, who knows?
Because I don't see the Dolphins winning a single game this year. Because this was the easy part of the schedule. Carolina was supposed to be easy. Chargers, we should have kind of beaten them. They were fully injured. Cleveland should have been easy. The Falcons are looking good enough. Like, I don't see us beating them. Yeah, and I'll bet anything Lamar comes back on to play Miami on Monday. I think that's a Monday night, or no, Thursday night.
Thursday. Damn.
Yeah,
Thursday.
I bet Lamar comes in on that night and then just rocks us. Sadness, anguish, depression, more sadness. Thank you all.
Yeah, you'll still beat us. It's okay.
Yeah, we won't. We won't. Rattler actually looks decent.
Oh, not this week.
Sorry, didn't y'all? You know what? Y'all talk about that game anyway. Goodbye.
Thank you, King.
Viking.
Okay. Well, what'd you say?
So a nice cereal box. Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, this is just bad, man. I don't. Yeah, I'm not gonna really go in too much because of time. But in terms of just like echoing just a lot of things that King said there is specifically, Mike McDaniels looks out of it, dude. 2 through 3 picks. It's fucking terrible over there in Miami. The vibes,
terrible situation.
the vibes are like very bad there, and I don't think it helps that apparently at the moment, as of right now, they aren't expected to make any sort of like staff changes or anything. So it really begs the question if, well, are they going to be trading anyone? Because I did also see a report that Waddle is potentially going to be, he's not going to be traded at all, but it's like, dude, at this point, as you said, you might as well you have to get something here, but I don't know, man. It's so bad for the Dolphins, but yeah, I would have to agree with the Browns. The Browns, yeah, they got this win. Yeah, it was a blowout, but Dylan Gabriel still needs to look better. So, yeah.
The win for the Browns was mostly because of their defense.
Yeah, pretty much. I agree. So yeah, really nothing much to say about this game.
Not much
Other than
there, yeah.
the Dolphins are just bad, man. It's really bad over there, and I honestly the vibes are just, I feel like the worst it's been. So yeah.
Blow it up.
All right, moving on to the next game here. Well, continuing on the blowouts here, we have a shutout because the Kansas City Chiefs are all the way back, and Rashee Rice has returned. 31-0. The Chiefs zip the Raiders. Because when I look at the stat line here for the Chiefs specifically, Rashee Rice already 7 receptions, 42 yards for 10 targets, and scored 2 touchdowns. Holy moly. So yeah. Guys, they're back. There's no doubt about it.
Damn.
The Raiders, though, I mean, what else can you really what else can you say about the Raiders? I've literally been low on the I've been low on the Raiders for the longest, and they just continue to prove my point. 31-0. So it's like, what are they gonna do? Are they going to like bench Geno here, or what?
Who?
I don't even know who their backup is. Who even is their backup?
I know Aiden O'Connell's still over there, but I don't know.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be AOC?
Oh my god, forget it.
Well, I have a little fun fact to drop for y'all.
Okay,
it's a sad one, but this is actually Andy Reid's first regular season shutout as a head coach.
Wow.
Damn, bro.
I know, right? He didn't have a single shutout while coaching the Eagles.
That's crazy.
That is crazy to think about.
Also, their backup is Kenny Pickett. So I think.
Their backup's Kenny Pickett.
That's right. They did trade for Kenny Pickett, didn't they?
Yeah. So they're cooked either way.
I don't think they do anything. But what are they supposed to do? Like, actually, because look, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs, and they're basically back. All right, there's really not much to say about them. The Raiders, they're just so fucking cooked, man. They're so mid, but Pete Carroll, I feel like Pete Carroll has to be better than this. He has to, right?
I'm correct. I'm correcting myself. The Raiders are not mid. This game proved to me that the Raiders are ass.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh, and they to make things worse for them, they got to make sure Max Crosby is okay because he got injured during this game.
Bro, just throw the season away.
Yeah,
He's just like me in a way.
You might as well. You might as well.
Yep.
Because the Raiders are just so bad. They just continue to be so bad. Like, Geno Smith, 10 of 16, 67 yards, bro. Genty only had 6 attempts for 21 yards. Oh, my God. What happened
Like, what are we doing,
bro?
bro?
What happened here, bro? It didn't even look like they played the game. But anyways.
Also, don't help their division's fucking rough.
Yeah, their division is very rough, especially with the Chiefs basically back in form.
It got so bad that the Chiefs said, you know what? Fourth quarter, we're just going to put in Gardner Minshew for fun.
Man, shit, I would.
You might as well.
Yeah, heal up, starters and shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Moving on to the next game here.
Let's go.
And we have oh man, I hate talking about this team because they're actually fucking good again. I can't believe it. But the Patriots blow out the Titans in Mike Vrabel's return, 31-13. Unfortunately, aside from that first quarter, the Titans actually didn't look that bad, especially this is the first game after Callahan's firing here. But now, it's like, what happened here? But yeah, they just got
the first quarter and they just gave up.
Yeah, they just kind of imploded. But now, Patriots and Drake May, oh man, they look so good, dude. 21 of 23, 222 yards for Drake May, 2 touchdown passes. Stevenson, 18 attempts for 88 yards for 1 touchdown. Bout had 1 touchdown as well. Austin Hooper had 1. They're balling, guys. They're looking really good for a 5-2 team. It's just that their schedule is also very weak. So,
oh yeah, they probably have one of the easiest schedules in the league, I think.
Yep. So
but they did beat the Bills.
They did beat the Bills.
They did
beat the Bills.
But that was kind of it, though.
Yeah.
So
is it safe to say that Vrabel is the right coach for the Patriots?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I think when they went ahead and said, "All right, well, Gerard Mayo, thank you very much for your service. Oh, Mike Vrabel's available. We might as well just go in ahead and scoop him up.
We lose.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way that they just don't go ahead and get him. But there you go. They did. So yeah, I think they definitely made the right decision there in terms of hiring him. Titans are still very bad. I mean, it looks like there was some improvement, especially in that first quarter, which I feel like needs to be more. They need to show more off in terms of that first quarter because it literally didn't look that bad. But then after that, it just turned terrible. So, yeah.
Give it a buck the ass.
Yep. So,
that's all you can really say about them, to be honest.
No, yeah.
The fact that they released Tyler Lockett for Lockett, that's a mercy killing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let him go to a real team.
Yeah, Tyler Lockett specifically was just, we're just gonna go ahead and just go into a playoff team, and I don't think anyone would really bat an eye anyway. So,
the Chiefs, bro, we're cooked.
Oh God, I hope not. But I was actually gonna say probably the Niners, but it is what it is.
Betray a Seahawk, bro.
I mean, we've seen it before.
We've seen it before, yeah.
Richard Sherman.
All right, next one up. We're gonna go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty part of the slate here because I mean, this is kind of basically where, this is kind of like the part where we know who the good teams are. We know who the bad teams are. We pretty much know who the mid teams are, or the at least inconsistent teams are. So yeah, we're gonna try and like continue to get all the blowout games out of the way. So continuing on, the Unca Bowl, guys, on Thursday Night Football, the Bengals win it in the Unca Bowl between Flacco and Rodgers, 33-31. Guys, are the Bengals back? Are the Bengals back? The thing is, though, their defense still needs a lot of work, but let me just tell you.
So I would like to rename the Uncle Bowl to the Jamar Chase Showcase, because my God, Jamar Chase went freaking ham this game.
Yeah, the stat line for Jamar Chase is 16 receptions for 161 yards for 1 touchdown.
Yep. T. Higgins had 6 receptions for 96 yards and a tud. Who else had a tud this game?
Noah Fant.
Noah Fant had a tud. I mean, this is why I think Steelers fans are down on the Steelers, despite them being, kings of the AFC North. Look at what that defense gave up.
Yeah, it was pretty
the
bad.
most expensive defense in the NFL, and they go out and do that? Like, bruh.
It's so weird because I feel like the Steelers are also just known for their defense. So them kind of like giving up however many yards it was against the struggling Seahawks. I mean, not Seahawks, a Bengals team. The fuck? Kind of says a lot in terms of their team identity. But
yeah.
Wait, the thing is though, these two right here. Let me just read out the stat line, okay? Flacco, 31 of 47 47 passes, 342 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 sacks. Meanwhile, Rodgers, 23 completions for 34, 249 yards, 4 touchdown passes, and 2 picks. Those are 2 crazy stat lines for 2 folks who are in their 40s, still playing at a high level, which is so crazy to me. So, yeah. I'll just say this. It's going to be very interesting with how this moves forward, but are the Steelers... Now, I'm not saying the Steelers are cooked, but are the Bengals all the way back? I think that is a pretty valid question. Because if they continue to at least win like this, and the Flacco and all the wide receivers, they get good here, they have a nice, okay, they have good chemistry and they're continuing to build it up. Joe Flacco can literally stay put. And then when Burrow gets in here, they might still have a winning record, maybe. So, what do we think about the Bengals?
I'm going to give them a couple more weeks before I say they're all the way back. Because I feel like I still need to see more from that Bengals O-line. If they can keep Flacco, in the pocket, where Flacco is comfortable, and give him, a lot of time to pass, especially against their opponent for next week. I think they'll be back, but for right now, I'm still not sold.
The Bengals have the Jets. Anyways,
well,
let's get into that later. But yeah, just a couple tweets and reactions here. Mike Tomlin is now 2-10 on the road on Thursday night games, 0-7 versus the AFC North. Kind of crazy, man. That's a crazy stat line. And also, the Cleveland radio absolutely beside themselves with the way that Flacco performed on that game. So they're not happy in the slightest. And I thought this was kind of funny because Roderick Jones literally tackled Aaron Rodgers and he didn't appreciate that at all. So Yeah.
That nigga was so mad.
Yeah, he was so mad. But apparently they figured it out. Like they were okay. But I mean at the time right there, he just did not look that happy. So yeah.
So relax, bro. Damn.
Yep.
Don't crash out on the radio now.
Yeah, so but yeah, man, the Bengals look good. Bengals look good at this game, but yeah, I do have to kind of agree they probably need a couple more games here. But man, if they can if they play like this, and they go into December with potentially a positive record here, and Joe Burrow returns, oh boy, it's gonna get a little interesting there in the AFC North, especially with the Browns still being the Browns, and then who knows about the Ravens? We'll get to them later. So yeah, let's move on to our next game here. But yeah, the Unk Bowl, definitely a top 5 game of the year contender, if not potentially game of the year. But
Yeah.
excuse me, we will see. So yeah, moving on to the next game here that we have a very interesting one here because we're talking about now the Chicago Bears because they have now won 4 straight and they win it over the Saints in Chicago 26-14. RBM, you're the Saints fan. What are your thoughts on this game initially first?
So I sat there on this podcast. I don't remember which week it was. And I said that Spencer Rattler was going to have that one bad game. This was the bad game I was talking about. This man, Spencer Rattler. If I could pull up the stats real quick.
I have it.
Where is it?
I have it.
Okay, cool.
20 completions for 32 attempts, 233 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and 4 sacks.
Yeah. 3 picks. This man has only thrown 1 pick all season. He throws 3 picks to Chicago. One of them straight to Eddie Jackson. Like literally straight to Eddie Jackson. Nobody was in the vicinity. This team frustrates the shit out of me. But it's all good. It's all good. It's for the tank. They stopped our rushing attack, though it's pretty much just Kamara at that point. Because Keandre Miller tore his ACL. He's out for the rest of the season. Get well soon. Chris Olave was the only bright spot, though. 5 receptions, 98 yards, 2 tuds. So keep doing the Lord's work, Olave, because apparently ain't nobody else want to play on this team.
Yeah, I didn't really like to pay too much attention to this game, but the Bears at least look pretty on a roll here. It's just
I'll admit Caleb Williams did what he needed to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but the thing is, Caleb did kind of struggle in this game because he didn't score any touchdowns. He only threw a pick, and
he threw a pick, and DeAndre Swift just I mean, all he really had to do was just give DeAndre Swift the ball, and mum's the word.
And Monangai. So they carried the rock really nicely here because Monangai had 81 yards and 1 touchdown. Swift had 124 for 1 touchdown. So they definitely carried into this win, but Caleb still needs to be more consistent because he definitely did struggle in this game. But the Bears, man, they're 4-2. It's looking a little interesting in the NFC North now because when I look at this NFC North standings right here, Packers are 4-1, Lions 5-2, and then the Bears are 4-2, and the Vikings are right there at 3-3. It's a very tight race. So, yeah,
that is one competitive ass division.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think there's really much else to say about this game, but yes, no, maybe
it's
so.
really not.
Fair enough. No, yeah, I think this is kind of like the point again where I'm gonna just say it. I'm just gonna say it. Like, we're going to figure out who the good teams are, and there's only so much you could say, especially from the beginning of the season to now. Like from week 1 to week 7, it's just, Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
moving on now. We are going to go into this game here with the Eagles and the Saints because the Eagles, if I'm being honest with you, have returned to form. Win against the Vikings after the Carson Wentz experience that it was 26-42 from Carson Wentz with no touchdown passes, but he got sacked twice and 2 picks. So, the Eagles, though, Jalen Hurts, he looked great. This is definitely one of his better games by far. 19 of 23 attempts for 326 yards with 3 touchdown passes and a perfect passer rating. Saquon didn't really have much here, but Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown. 9 receptions for 183 yards for Smith and a touchdown. A.J. Brown had 4 receptions and 121 yards for 2 touchdowns. So, guys, I think the winning aspect of this entire team, especially with the disgruntled receiving core that is Smith and Brown, I think they're chilling now because I don't know if you guys saw that one touchdown pass from Hurts to AJ Brown. AJ Brown, you literally yelled at the camera, "See, this is what happens when you pass me the ball," or something like that. So, I think the Eagles are back.
Whoopee.
Oh, the Eagles are 1,000% back.
Not whoopee.
Whoopee.
Oh boy, we'll get to your team soon, Max. We'll get to your team soon. But yeah, I know you're not happy seeing that shit. So, yeah.
I will say though, early in the season, I was definitely a hater. Like, Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. I take it back. I was not familiar with your man. I knew your game. I wasn't familiar with your game. So congrats on the Eagles for fucking winning, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, Saquon here only had 18 attempts for 44 yards, so he's definitely not having a season like how he had last.
It's that Madden curse, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I said.
You got on the cover, bro. Starting, wasn't balling out, bro.
Especially with the fantasy football, man. I mean, it's like, okay, so
I knew I should have started Devontae.
We can rave more about the Eagles, but I think we pretty much all know in terms of how they are. Like, I feel like the Eagles are just going to continue to be good, but there is something about this team that is, I guess, inconsistent, but I do think it's definitely part of the whole disgruntled A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith core, where that distraction could potentially be an issue, and it kind of has, but I mean, if they continue to win like this, where Jalen Hurts is literally Jalen Hurts dominated the air here. If they do that, oh boy, that's going to be very interesting. Now, in terms of the Vikings, they're starting Carson once again tomorrow, guys. And my issue is they've said again that JJ McCarthy is going to be out. But the thing is, we haven't seen him play in a couple of weeks here. I'm not gonna say too. I'm not. It's not that I'm gonna say too much because I obviously do not have sources. But did they just soft bench AJ Brown? I mean, not AJ Brown, JJ McCarthy. Look, I'm not one for conspiracy, but that man, I think we're gonna pull up a tweet later. But they said that J.J. McCarthy, he looked good in practice, but he's not all the way there yet. So I'm like, okay.
So he can play, but he can't play.
Yeah, so it's a little rough. I'm not gonna lie, especially with the Vikings, because I feel like if they just put J.J. McCarthy in there, it's not gonna look. It's not.
Can I say something about the Vikings real quick?
Not J.J. McCarthy. Fucking Carson Wentz. But yeah, go ahead.
I know why they got rid of Darnold, because you don't want to just not start your fucking first round draft pick quarterback. At the same time, bro, I would have kept Darnold because Carson Wentz, I think is not good. Speaking from experience here.
I agree. I think the Vikings really should have extended Sam Darnold. If anything, If anything, they keep Darnold and have him start this season. Just have JJ McCarthy kind of like learn behind him.
Yeah, because I know it is tricky because you don't, you don't want to just have your first your first round quarterback just sitting here and you're like, all right, well, we don't know what to do with you because this thing's balling out. And then watch we send him to another team, he balls out there, and Sam Darnold regresses. So it's like, I can see why they're in a very tricky spot here. I would at least have kept him as like a backup or something, bro.
Yeah, it's tough because I feel like they definitely wanted to see what they got with JJ, especially with how high the draft pick was. So
Exactly.
yeah, I could understand that risk, but again, it's a risk. So
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna do? I don't know. I'm kind of slightly worried, but because I'm not saying Wentz is like terrible. It's just that like Wentz is just not the guy for you to potentially win a Super Bowl. And the thing is, KOC, he is the quarterback guy, right? So I would kind of hope that, I would kind of hope that Wentz would at least put up a better attempt of trying to win, but bro, that arm punt in like the second quarter in his own end zone, just so bad. You can't do that. So it's just so bad. That's me though. Any other potential thoughts with this game before we move on? Because
no, not really.
Oh, let's go on ahead and get this one out of the way then. The next game is unfortunately the worst one out of this entire slate, but we're just gonna go ahead and talk about it because the Panthers went ahead and went into MetLife, won against the Jets, 13-6, and the Jets are now 0-7. So, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the Panthers first, because I'll say this again, and I feel like I have the same sentiment as I had like previously, but the Panthers should not be happy about this win. They should not be happy, especially with Bryce Young going down with an injury. And I'm just going to go ahead and read off Brandon's thoughts on this Jets-Panthers game, because he went ahead and messaged me a whole message similar to how Max did last week. So, here are his thoughts. Panthers. Bryce started pretty slow and was slowly starting to get rolling before the ankle injury. Leggett is starting to look like the first round pick we drafted last year, almost 100 yards receiving and a touchdown. Him with T-Mac, Horn, Coker, and Renfro, and our tight ends could be very dangerous for our passing game when all healthy at the same time. Derek Brown and J.C. Horn are clearly the best players on defense. Brown is one of the best in the game when stopping the run. Horn is one of the best in the game when it comes down to man-to-man coverage and locking down receivers. Dowdle looks like running back one right now. Chuba didn't go too much, but then again, it's his first game back in a couple of days. Once he gets rolling again, this could be a dangerous 1 and 2 running back combo. Now on to the Jets. Jets might need to pull a 2024 Panthers. Bench Fields for Tyrod and give him the rock for at least a few games. Fields need a reset granted. Tyrod can't be forcing the ball a lot in tight coverages. Defense is definitely better than the offense. It's hard to ask when the defense when the offense can't even score points. This is probably Breece Hall's worst season right now, not seeing the juice and quickness we are used to seeing. Overall, game was pretty sluggish on both sides. If we rest Bryce against the Bills this week due to his ankle, the offense isn't much different with Dalton running the show. Bills are 31st in rush defense, so Dowdle and Chuba should be feasting no matter who is at quarterback. Panthers are also about 500 for the first time since 2021. Hashtag keep pounding. So,
hey yo.
Now, my turn. All right, guys. Here we are again, right? The Jets are 0-7. Here we are again, another week, another loss. And what can I really even say about this team anymore? First things first, if you have obviously been tuning in to the previous episodes, especially the past 2 weeks, you would know that I said specifically that if we lost in London and we lose this game, then this season's pretty much over at this point. You might as well punt the season away, 0-17, write it in the history books to go ahead and embarrass Woody Johnson, and we get the overall number one overall pick. We might as well go ahead and say that. As of right now, I'm going to go ahead and continue to... I'm going to keep that promise, guys. 0-17. Let's do it. We lost this again. And Fields looked terrible, but then Tyrod also did not look great at all. So, what are you going to do? Start Brady Cook? I don't know. The other thing, though, and especially we'll get into it later, but Woody Johnson's comments does not help in the slightest. You're the owner who owns the team, worth billions of dollars. Be at least somewhat professional, but I guess not, especially when you're a billionaire made of a lot of money. I wish I could spout out as much BS as he could. Anyways, yeah, guys, I don't really got to say much about the Jets this time around, only because of, well, we lost this game. I won 0-17, get the number one overall pick, and if we trade a couple folks at the trade deadline, I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, I'm pretty much numb to it all. And, yeah, I'm kind of just like, well, it is what it is. I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to fight too much about how I feel about this team anymore. Every Jets fan should realize that when you go into a season, no expectations. That's pretty much how I went to it. I just wasn't expecting 0-7 for some reason, but yeah. Anyways, that's all I got in the terms of the Jets. I'm not going to be too harsh. All I know is we lost this game. I'm sticking to my promise. Let's go 0-17, get that number one pick, and reset for next year. That's it. Season's over.
All right, Saints, you heard the mission. 2-15. Let's go.
Look, man, it's a little bit of a... It's rough because you want this team to be as competitive as possible. It's just that, like, when it comes down to it, and it's not competitive, where every single time, every single game is almost either a blowout or, you know, we're just absolute shit to the point where we only score about 6 to 10 to 13 points. It's like, what are we doing? Hello? Come on, guys. So, yep, that's me, guys. Any other thoughts?
I'd say something, but I don't want to. That's just an asshole thing to say at that
No,
point.
you can say it. I don't care. I don't care.
No, okay. Well, I was just gonna say that, you know, doing those little playoff predictors thing. You know, I said y'all was gonna lose to the Panthers, but I'm gonna leave it alone after.
Oh well. Look, man. Look, it's just that, like, I would at least expect it to be competitive, but
listen, to be fair, I thought y'all at least win like more games before that, but you know.
But clearly,
Hey,
I mean,
look, I genuinely hope the best for y'all because, you know, my friends, you know, wish the best for y'all, but you know, it's not looking too hot. And Justin Fields is so weird because I thought you expected, you know, like what happened week 1? I really don't know.
I ask that every single time. How come?
Like, what happened?
How did we peak in the first game of the season, and then after that we just stunk? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Y'all did crazy first game, and it's the Bills after week 2 that y'all had, and I mean it's the Bills. I expect that loss, but not like that, and then it just kept getting worse from there. So it's just like, damn, bro. Yeah, man. Sorry, bro. You know what's best for you. You know.
Well, all I'm gonna say is, whoever we got next week, or the Bengals, Black is gonna get that revenge, bro. He's gonna have an even better. He might even get a better stat line than what Stafford had in London. That's all I'm saying. Also, by the way, here is my message to all Jets fans. By the way, before we end the segment, my message to Jets fans: do not go to any more games. Boycott the rest of the season. Do not watch any more games. Go watch the other games that is on the slate. Do not watch the Jets anymore and do not go to games anymore. I sure as hell, I'm not going to any more games. I'm not going to. It's funny because I was actually going to potentially go to the Patriots game in December. Now I'm definitely not doing that. Nope. Mm-mm.
Man,
Also-
here's my message to Jets fans. If you have tickets, look
Sell
for
'em.
some opposing fans and give it to them.
Yes, give it to the opposing fans so they can fill up MetLife Stadium. So then Woody Johnson can realize, holy shit, I need to sell this team now.
He
Anyways,
ain't going to. It's an old man with money.
I know, very unfortunate.
And
Hold
tell
up.
your owner to stop worrying about Madden ratings.
Correct. I agree. Anyways, let's move on to the next game. Because the next game is just way more interesting to watch, or to at least talk about. Because, guys, what in the hell, man? On a little old Sunday, the Giants are up in the fourth quarter against the Denver Broncos. And the Broncos, there's no spark, there's no nothing. Excuse me, but then, all of a sudden, 33 points in the fourth quarter alone from the Denver Broncos. 33-32. Broncos win off of a game-winning field goal. How in the world are we here? But can I just say this? Jackson Dart looked great. It's just so unfortunate that the part where he wasn't amazing was because he threw that one pick that pretty much was like, well, the Broncos are potentially winning this game because the pick happened in their own territory, which means that the Broncos basically had good field position to go ahead and start that drive. And I think it might have been when it was like 26-16 with like, I don't know, 4 minutes left, if I remember correctly. So how do you even process this? Because the Giants literally were going to win this game and they just choked it all away. And Brian Daboll literally slammed his headset down on the ground after that clock hit 0 because he realized how much of a flub that was. And after that game, oh man, the Giants subreddit, oh my goodness. So many callings of the firing of their GM, firing of the defensive coordinator, whatever his name is, and of course the firing of Daboll. It is so bad with the Giants right now. The vibes are just so bad because how do you lose this game? How is that possible? How does the team that did not score any sort of points here in the first 3 quarters all of a sudden just score 33? And it's so funny because one of the touchdown passes that Bo Nix passed was deflected off of a receiver, and it just so happened for another Denver receiver to go ahead and catch that ball to score a touchdown. So, what are y'all thoughts on this game here? Because while the Broncos are 5-2, I'm not entirely. It's not that I'm entirely impressed with them. It's just
It's not a good 5-2.
it's not a good 5-2.
It's really not.
So, God, dude,
This
how
was,
did the Giants lose this, man? How did they lose this?
This
Just so crazy.
This was some Tim Tebow shit if I ever seen it. Like they were down 19-0. The Giants had the Broncos dead to rights. Only for Sean Payton to be like, all right, time to game Raleen.
I just can't believe that they scored 33 points in that fourth quarter. I just can't believe it. Because we were kind of sort of watching that game, but then all of a sudden they start coming back and it's like, bro, what in the hell? So, yeah,
It's
man.
crazy, bro.
That was a Madden ass fourth quarter, bro.
It really was. So, God, dude. The Giants.
Womp womp. Sorry.
What'd you say?
I just said womp womp.
Bro.
I can't say that right now, but sorry, Giants, bro. Damn,
I don't blame this on the Giants offense. at all. Like you said, Jackson Dart balled out, did everything he should have done. That defense, man, just. I remember saying keep the foot on the throat, and they didn't keep the foot on the throat, and look what happened.
Even if I could really quickly go to the Giants subreddit, you'll probably just see a lot of calls for firings for certain people.
How is Shane Bowen still on this fucking coaching
Yeah, there you go.
staff?
Shane Bowen. Like, oh god, dude. Like, so bad. It's just so bad how you just choked that all away. I felt so bad for Dart too, because when
Bro,
when
he
the
looked
clock
so
hit 0,
defeated.
he literally was kneeling down, but he looked shell shocked,
bro.
dude. He looked absolutely shell shocked. He couldn't
Oh,
even believe what he was looking at.
I would be too. Like,
Yeah.
I put the team on my back, and the defense goes out and does that. Like, I don't blame him.
The other thing was that Brian Burns, I think it was, he was the guy who was going into the locker room and he was just yelling a lot. Like, he was just yelling about how, like, why did we drop 8 coverage or something like that, or why didn't we do that or something like that. But
Fuck, did we lose this game?
But yeah, here's one of the Reddit posts, and I'm just gonna say this for all the listeners out there. The first thing here from 3 days ago was leave Shane Bowen in Denver. So, leave Shane Bowen in Denver, and then just another picture of Brian Dable saying, or just someone saying to get him out. Football terrorist for, I'm gonna take a guess. I don't know who this guy is, but yeah, the kicker also missed the extra point, which was also the biggest other turning point. And oh boy, what are you gonna do, man?
It's so funny because they have young Waku. They still
I know.
haven't elevated him.
I know.
Actually, no, they don't. They actually cut him.
Oh, they cut him.
Damn.
Oh
They cut
god. Oh
Damn,
god.
bruh.
You see, you can't do that. You can't do that. You got to get Young Hawaku back now. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, we'll take him.
We'll get back into this later, but I just want to say this from Pardon My Take. The Broncos scored 33 points in the fourth quarter and drive down the field to score a game-winning field goal with 33 seconds left to go after the Giants missed the extra point. All on the day with Demaryius Thomas entering the Ring of Fame. Rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas. And yeah, they had a whole celebration with that game. So, but the fact that they scored 33 points in the fourth quarter, kicked the game-winning field goal, 33 seconds left. Also, at the same time, Thomas passed away at 33. That is a coincidence. Like,
That shit had to be scripted.
a big coincidence. But yeah, so rest in peace to Demaryius Thomas once again.
Yeah, rest
yeah.
in peace.
Let's move on to the next game, guys. Oh boy. Okay, this game right here, man. This game here, where the Colts once again,
Woo.
and they have now a league best 6-1 record. They win again, once again, over the LA Chargers in their god awful yellow uniforms. First off, Herbert 37 of 55 for 420 yards for 3 touchdown passes and 2 picks with 3 sacks. And it doesn't help that, from looking at the box score here, it doesn't help that Herbert is the best rusher of the game here. Yeah, so yeah, but Gadsden had 7 receptions for 164 yards, 1 touchdown. Keenan Allen also had a touchdown with 119 yards. McConkey had 67 yards. Quentin Johnston only had 30. But yeah, the Chargers continuing to struggle, man. They had a good thing going after winning all over the AFC West, but now they can't seem to find a win in recent weeks. Meanwhile, Daniel Jones continues to ball out, 23 of 34 for 280 yards for 2 touchdowns. And Jonathan Taylor, hat trick of 16 attempts for 94 yards, 3 touchdown rushes. What in the world? This man, Jonathan Taylor's on an absolute nuke right now. He is definitely one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the NFL right at the moment. Guys, I'm very impressed with the Colts. And then their defense is so good. They're so good on defense. They might actually try and trade for somebody for on defense in the coming weeks here. So,
Anthony Richardson.
well, Anthony Richardson continues to be in the
hospital.
Here. Yeah, it's so bad for AR. I feel like he's gonna get traded at some point. But anyways, what do you guys think about this game here? Because for me, I think the Colts are they're definitely on a heater. But yeah, this is definitely continuing to be a statement win. They are definitely the favorites to potentially win the AFC South at this point.
Well, first and foremost, chill on the Chargers yellow uniforms, bro, because that's the Savannah Banana uniforms, bro.
No, they're bad, bro. They're bad. Sorry, can't do it. They're bad.
Man. But no, are the Colts the best team in the NFL? Are we gonna have to say that the Colts are the best?
I want to answer, but I can't because of my power rankings, so I can't.
I generally think they are, but they also, they still got some games down the line. They still got the Seahawks, the Steelers, and the Chiefs. I gotta see how those go. But if they beat them, then they damn sure are. For Daniel Jones, bro. Shout out Daniel Jones, bro.
That's Indiana
Might
Jones.
be a Colts quarter.
Can we just say really quick that if we told you right now that the Colts would have a league best 6-1 record on October 22nd, and we told you this in August, let's say August 22nd, we'd probably laugh at you. 100%. We would just laugh at you.
5 wins on our fucking predictions, bro.
If you dead ass predicted this record for the Colts, please go buy a lottery ticket because you will probably win that shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's 100% what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Chargers, on the other hand, they're falling apart.
Yeah, I was just gonna say they're injury ridden at this point. They need to get better at the running back position specifically, but also their offensive line is also kind of failing them too.
Their O-line is being held together by like string and duct tape at this point.
It's reaching levels of CJ Stroud, which we will get to later.
Ooh, it's close to there, but it's not really there yet.
Oh yeah,
because the fact that Herbert still threw for like 420 yards despite having a garbage O-line. Like, Herbert is single-handedly Atlas carrying this fucking team.
Yep. I was gonna say here, stat line here from Underdog NFL. Every player with 650 plus rushing yards, 10 rushing TDs, 7 weeks into his season. Derrick Henry was the last one. Todd Gurley had one in 2018. Sean Alexander in 05. LaDainian Tomlinson in 05. Priest Holmes in 04 and 2002. Emmitt Smith 1995. Eric Dickerson in 1983. John Riggins 1983. Earl Campbell 1979, and Jim Brown 1959 and 1958. Jonathan Taylor joins that. 650 rushing yards plus 10 rushing yard touchdowns. This man might actually be, if not, he is the best running back in the NFL right now, alongside Bijan. But I think it has to go to Jonathan Taylor right now. So,
absolutely.
Doing what they thought Saquon was going to do this year.
Yeah. He's having an amazing. The fact that Saquon isn't even on this list is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, dude, I just like the Colts are just on an absolute heater. I hope the Chargers turn it around, but they are injury ridden, so they really need to get. They need to get healthy quick. What else?
I think they need to make some trades for O-line before the trade deadline.
I think they do. I think they will. 100% will make some trades here, but only time will tell, I guess. Also, this picture here that is very funny. It's basically because the Chargers tweeted out earlier in the game, or before the game started, I guess, they said, on our way to steal the moon. And it was a picture of their uniforms here, because they're all yellow. And the Colts after the game, they quote retweeted it with a picture of Gru and the minions from Despicable Me, had the Colts banner all over Gru as like a hero cape, and I just thought this was just so hilarious, man. This is so fucking
that was
funny. This was so funny, man.
It's fucked up.
Yep. So let's move on to the next game here. But yeah, the Colts are honestly the real deal. I will say that much. But yeah,
absolutely.
Let's move on. Oh boy. Okay, so
Oh god.
Is it this game or let's do this game first. Let's do this Packers game first here. So Packers the Packers win again in Arizona 27-23 over Jacoby Brissett led Cardinals. Now, I'm not going to lie, the Packers are in a little weird spot here because they also didn't look as impressive over here, and they needed a game-winning drive here to win this game against the Cardinals. Jordan Love threw 19 of 29 for 179 yards, 1 touchdown, took a sack. Josh Jacobs ran it in for 2 touchdowns, and then Romeo Doubs, Tucker Kraft, and Matthew Golden had some stuff there. But Jacoby Brissett also balled out here too, but he took 6 sacks, which is something that you should not do. But he came away. They were almost about to win this game. It's weird. The Packers are in a weird spot because I feel like we should be high on them, but they just don't seem to be a team that should be performing to the best of their ability, even though their record is 4-1-1. I don't know. Are we impressed with the Packers with this win here, or what?
No.
Not really.
Micah Parsons balled out, though. Hold on, wait, RBM. Before
Parsons did ball out, yeah.
Micah Parsons did ball out. I completely forgot to mention that. But let me just go ahead and get those stat line really quick. Where is he? 5 tackles here, 3 sacks. 3 fucking sacks. And 4 TFLs. This man was going at it with Jacoby Brissett here, man. So yeah. Go ahead. Continue on.
Yeah, so I actually was kind of watching this game kind of closely, and I noticed that the Cards were down 20-6 at one point, and then Jacoby Brissett's kind of like rallying them back into this game. Trey McBride had a game.
Oh yeah,
shout out to him. So I think it might be time to have a talk about Kyler Murray.
He hasn't been impressive.
I think the same thing.
He has not been impressive. It sucks. I don't want to say that about him, but
yeah,
it is what it is, man.
Because if Jacoby Brissett is outperforming you, oh boy. But no, I'm not impressed with the Packers win. I knew the Packers would win this game, but the fact that they had to have a game-winning drive to do it, yeah. I think it says more about the Cardinals under Jacoby Brissett than it does the Packers, because the Cardinals definitely took their pound of flesh.
Yeah, the Packers could have went ahead and gone for a field goal, but they ran it in with 1:54 left to go. So yeah, it's a weird thing here. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah. Anything else in regards to this game? The Cardinals it's weird because, again, I've said this before, I feel like they're one of the most forgettable teams in the NFL right now, and I'm going to continue to stick by that. Brissett, even though he is honestly kind of balling out here, it just doesn't help that, he takes 6 sacks, and so it sucks because I feel like the Cardinals would probably have at least a win or two here, but also, really quickly, I was actually going to mention this. We got this tweet from Ari Mirov here. After they started 2-0, the Cardinals have lost 5 straight games by a total of 13 points. They lost by 1 against the Niners in Week 3. They lost by 3 against Seattle in Week 4. They lost that terrible game against the Titans back in Week 5. Remember that. And then they lost by 4 against the Colts, and then they lose by 4 again against the Packers. They just can't seem to get lucky in one-score games here, man. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only message I have for both teams is this. Like, Cardinals fans, I'm sorry, however many there are left at this point. I'm sorry to tell you, but Kyler Murray is not the guy. Y'all probably need to go get a new quarterback or something. Packers fans, Packers, tighten up, bro.
yeah, they really do. They really do, especially on the offensive line. Especially, I don't know if it was just me, but I saw some tweets from Matthew Golden that seemed like he's being a little disgruntled, which is a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, but anyway. Let's move on to our next game here. Max.
We got
Yeah, unfortunately, man, we got to do this, man. So this is
I've gotten over this game.
This is a very interesting here because guys, the Cowboys make a big statement win against the Commanders 44-22. The Commanders are looking very shaky, and it doesn't help that Jaden Daniels once again went down with an injury here where he will be out next week. Dak Prescott went 21 of 30 here for 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. Javonte Williams, 19 attempts for 16 yards and 1 touchdown. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, the wide receiver star duo, going absolutely crazy here, man. All right, Max, go ahead, man. The floor is yours for at least the next 5 to 6 minutes.
All right, so I don't mind, I've seen my few blowouts every now and then. And I don't mind getting blown out with this team. Though I wouldn't prefer it, especially after last season. But if I was going to get blown out at least this season, I wouldn't be the fucking Cowboys, okay? That's just me. We already know I don't fuck with the Cowboys at all. But you walked into Jerry's world and you got blown out. But we only lost by 22, which take it, I guess. But first quarter, Jaden looked. He did not have. You could clearly see he did not trust any receiver on that field, unless your name is Zach Ertz and he's not even a wide receiver, or Chris Moore chosen. It just he didn't clear. He didn't see trust. We couldn't get the running game going. Bill he had one good run and that was it. He got stuffed for most of it. I mean, I really did. I really not like. The vibes right now are not good in Washington, like at all, bro. Because next up, we got the Chiefs with Mariota, because Jaden's hurt. Let's fuck the Cowboys for not breaking, but basically hurting my fucking quarterback. So that makes me hate him even more now. But he just did not look good out there, man. He just did not look good, and we cannot allow before halftime. I don't know how many seconds it was. It was like 47 or 30 fucking seconds. We cannot allow a fucking team to go down that field and fucking score. They fucking scored in 30 to 47 seconds before halftime, bro. That was when the game was in reach for us. But they fucking scored because our defense is fucking awful. Joe Witt should have been left in Dallas, but he's not going to be. And the thing is, right, I can't be mad at Joe Witt anymore because our defense is just old. We had the Unk Ball on Thursday. This is the Unk Shin. It is so fucking annoying, bro, because everybody on our team is just old. We don't have speed on defense, and it's really pissing us off because Marshawn Lattimore's getting fucking cooked by George Pickens. Fucking all of our corners look lost out there. Bobby Wagner doesn't know what he's fucking doing on the field. Our edge rushers don't, play the game right. The only person on defense that did good and honestly did the entire game was Deron Payne. And even then, he can be inconsistent and consistent at the same time. The only reason he's doing good is he's on a contract year. So who knows what happens next year. But Deron Payne, that was the only good nigga on that defense, bro. Everybody else fucking sucked, bro, and it hurts because I really like Mikey, I really like Trey. Marshawn, it depends on the day with me for that nigga, because he did really good in the playoffs until fucking NFC Championship. And then just, bro, we lost to the Cowboys, bro. I fucking hate the Cowboys. I know that Dak is like, I think like 9-0 against us in fucking Dallas now at this point.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah, like, the thing is with this, like, I already knew Dak was about to come in here and ball out on us. I just didn't think it'd be this bad. And now that Jaden's hurt, it's just looking worse. Because, bro, how did we go from last year on October 27th to winning the game against the Bears with a Hail Mary to about to be on Monday night, October 27th this year, and fucking get killed by Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs? Without Jaden, we got Mariota. Who knows what fucking team members are coming back? Terry, fucking Noah Brown's on IR. He's not coming back. Terry I don't fucking know if Terry's gonna be there. Treylon Burks, who knows when he's gonna show up in the fucking game anymore? I don't fucking know. The defense sucks. Joe Witt needs to either be fired or just on another position or something, bro. Dan Quinn himself said he's gonna make some damn changes. I need action and less talk, bro. Because this team, we're 3-4, and I already expected this to be a down season because there's no way we're getting back to the NFC Championship. Like, there was just no fucking way. Like, as much as shit I talked, like, man, we're going to the bowl, and where that, even I knew this wasn't about to be a real good season for us. So, that's all I gotta say. We lost to the fucking ass Cowboys. You know, I didn't get Cowboys. We lost to the fucking Cowgirls, bro. It's just, you know. We're in the point where the Panthers and Bears are better than us, and that hurts a lot. So,
I'll give you Brandon Staley if you want him.
bro, I'll take. Bro, you can have fucking Lattimore back. Honestly, just take him back at this point, bro.
Look,
So,
okay.
Honestly,
my
he'd
dad-
be the only good
yeah.
corner.
Just take somebody, bro, because the vibes are down. People are saying we should be sellers coming up in this trade deadline.
No.
Even yeah, bro.
Okay,
Wouldn't
look.
go that far.
Look. Here's what I'll say. I'll touch on the Cowboys really quick because they absolutely balled out. Specifically, Dak Prescott. He's literally, again, I feel like I'm saying this almost every single week. He's having the best season he's had so far, and it's so crazy to think about because this is literally his season where, man, he's balling out, but his defense just cannot catch a break, unfortunately. Sometimes it's just so inconsistent all the time. We're one of the worst defenses in the NFL, but they are 500. But man, if they actually had a better defense, they would probably be.
If they had Micah, they'd be a playoff team.
Oh yeah, if they had Micah, they would probably be having a winning record right now. They probably would be like 4-2-1 or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyways, but yeah, the Cowboys looked really good. If they can keep this up, this is going to be very interesting because if I'm being completely honest with you, I feel as though they need to be the team that needs to go ahead and keep buying into the trade deadline because they need a lot of bodies on defense that can go ahead and help them out because this offense is cooking. Javonte, CD, George Pickens, they are cooking over there on offense. It's just the defense is the main issue here once again. And yeah, I understand. 22-44. Yeah, it is the thing. It's just, man, like, I feel like if you're a Cowboys fan, you would probably want Jerry Jones and somebody in higher positions to try and figure something out to go ahead and get a body for defense in this upcoming trade deadline. Now, in terms of the Commanders, I'm honestly really worried for y'all. I'm not liking the fact that Jaden Daniels is injured once again. That he will be out next week, which will probably pretty much give the Bills a free win or whoever you guys are facing.
The Chiefs.
Oh, the Chiefs. Yeah, so the Chiefs are just going to get a free win off of that, unfortunately. I'm worried because, yeah, that was the one thing that I kept saying, like, over the course of the offseason. You guys are getting a little bit older on defense, and I'm not quite sure if that's going to be the correct way to go about things, but yeah,
not at all,
I'm honestly very worried,
really
which really sucks because I really want this team to at least do well. It's just, this is definitely not it right now. And I understand that, the sophomore slump, but it's just that, like, Jaden has also just been injured. So
The thing is, though, he's not even having a sophomore flump. He's not even the problem. It's
Jaden isn't even really the issue here. It's really just
it's the defense.
Yeah, it's the defense.
It's the defense and the receivers that he has grown a better connection with are hurt.
Yeah,
and that is it. And fucking Cowboys talking about, we went man because, the analytics, bro. Of course, you're playing against fucking Chris Moore and Robbie Chosen, bro. Of course you play man. Because they can't beat the fucking starters right now, bro. What are you talking about here, man? Fuck the Cowboys, bro. And also, before we end it off here...
Go ahead.
Before we end it off here, I need all these fucking Commanders fans and anybody around here to stop saying that Jaden Daniels is RG3. Because for one, alright?
No.
Because niggas are fucking tripping. At least one made the NFC Championship.
That's a big overreaction. Two,
we can't just determine this off of one season, guys. Like, come on now. Can we relax, okay? I know we got spoiled last season, but it's not about to be the same. And if it is, then it is. But I highly doubt it. Because Jaden Daniels is actually good. So, come on now. What are we doing here, bro?
Yeah, whoever's saying fucking Jaden Daniels is RG3, get your head checked, please.
Big overreaction.
Yeah, big overreaction. Niggas are dooming right now, bro.
If you're a Cowboys fan, you are hella happy about this win because you got CeeDee Lamb back. George Pickens is still balling. As Larlar said earlier, Dak is playing the best ball of his career. The defense for the Cowboys did their fucking job. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised we didn't really cover this during the blowout section because this actually kind of was a blowout.
Yeah, but I honestly was like, just put it at the tail end.
Yeah, I agree, but I left it alone.
Yeah, just put it on the tail end. All right. All right. Let's move on. But yeah, just looking at the Reddit threads and whatnot, it's so crazy because you're talking about RG3 here. Apparently, Jaden Daniels' mom said, "I wish you would stop manifesting RG3 on my son. Words are powerful, and that's all that's talked about." That is crazy.
Like,
come on, Commanders fans, you guys are better than this, man. Come on, bro.
What are we doing, bro?
Come on,
and they're attacking his fucking mother too in the comments and shit. Like, what are we doing, bro?
Guys.
We can't lose a game and start acting like this, bro. Okay? You got spoiled last season, all right? I get it. We haven't had a good season in a long time, but like this isn't the way to go about it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's touch up on this one here. I'll be honest with you, Sunday Night Football was a bit of a slump because this game was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. Are we live still on Twitch? Hold on.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too.
And I.
Are we live?
We're still live, but high key, it's having issues.
It's having issues? Well, I'm going to try my best to not really do much here. Okay, let's just continue on because, we just got to continue on. So, if it does go down, I'll just check on my iPad, see what's going on here. Okay, but anyways, moving forward in terms of the Sunday Night Football game, we're just going to go ahead and quickly touch up upon this here. This Niners team is interesting because Mac Jones threw for 17 of 26 here for 152 yards. He didn't throw any touchdowns, but he took a 1 pick and 1 sack. So yeah, it's interesting because Christian McCaffrey with 129 yards, 2 touchdowns. So the Niners, I feel like, are just continuing to be like how they are supposed to be. It's just that the Falcons just continue to be way too inconsistent for my taste. So yeah. What are our thoughts on SNF here?
Be national running back there?
Oh, it's so beautiful watching Christian McCaffrey destroy this fucking defense. Sorry, we Saints fans gotta laugh at the Falcons' pain. That's the only way we cope.
Fair enough.
Oh man. But yeah, no. Christian McCaffrey, he did the Lord's work. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, Caffrey balled out. And Falcons, Penix, bro.
Yeah, what's going on with your guy? No, I'm kidding.
Okay, here we go, bro. What are we? Hold on,
I'm
bro.
kidding, bro.
Listen, Michael Penis, okay? He needs to. I don't know what he's doing, bro. He needs to do something, bro. I really don't. I feel like if they figure him out, this offense could go flying, bro. But right now, it's just.
It's just way too inconsistent. Like both defenses with these two teams are really really good, and because both defensive coordinators, believe it or not, are former Jets guys. Anyways, Jeff Ulbrich is doing a great job. Robert Saleh is doing a good job on both defenses here. But yeah, I think defense is a great thing to have. It's just that the offensive side, I don't know, man. It's rough on Penix. I don't want to like be too rough on Penix too much, but it just got to be better, man. It's just way too inconsistent. 3-3 record, it's not terrible, but you just don't want to be mid. You don't. So, yeah. Any other thoughts on this game? Because not really much.
Not really. There really wasn't a whole lot to in this game.
Didn't really pay attention too much into this game.
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I skipped like the first hour of this game because there was a panel going on at TwitchCon that I wanted to watch. And I found that more interesting than the rest of the game that I saw.
Fair enough, man. I mean, shit, whatever you gotta do, you just gotta do.
I was just watching for my bet, but I didn't get it, so.
Well, you said what?
I was just watching the game for my bet, but I didn't get it, so.
Oh, so. All right, moving on to the next game. We do have obviously the double header in regards to this Monday Night Football. So, where are we at here? So, in the battle of NFC, we have the Lions winning against the Bucs here, who honestly really struggled in this game, 24-9. So, guys, could this be the potential NFC Championship preview? Cough, cough, cough. I mean, not really too much to say about not really too much to say about the Lions. I'll say that much. The Lions are still really, really good. Jahmyr Gibbs
is fucking cool.
He's so fast, man. He's so fast.
Holy shit.
He's Sonic in the counterpart, right? Sonic and Knuckles is
he's
Sonic.
Yeah.
He's so fucking fast, man. 17 attempts, 136 yards for 2 touchdowns with that 78 yarder, bruh. My God. What are we doing, man? He's so good. But yeah, the Bucs. But yeah, not too much to say about the Lions, but the Bucs. Yeah, this is definitely the first game where they struggled here, and
it's unfortunate.
I hope this isn't what they are. But yeah, Mike Evans, as you said, Max.
I can't laugh too hard because Mike Evans did get hurt this game.
He probably won't. He most likely 99%. will probably not have that 1,000-yard season again, which really sucks. So
I get 800 yards in those like couple of last games, bro. Don't worry about it.
Which would be hilarious, but I doubt it. So yeah. So what do you guys think in terms of this game? Are we concerned about the Bucs? I don't think we're not too crazy on the Lions here. There's really not much to say because the Lions are still really good. But in terms of the Bucs, are we concerned? I'm not personally concerned.
I'm not concerned about the Bucs.
Yeah.
And I want to give an apology to Lions fans out there for me pressing X to doubt last week. I actually picked Tampa to win this game over Detroit, completely forgetting that Detroit is a gritty football team, as they showed Monday night. Sorry, Lions fans. Congrats on the win. Thank you for beating the Bucs and giving me a hearty laugh. But Bucs, man, I think the Bucs will still be all right.
Yeah, they're still fine. The Johnson looks pretty good.
As Johnson
Mhm,
actually
mhm.
really does look like a good wide receiver that Baker has to rely on now, especially with Mike Evans out and Chris Godwin is going to continue to be out. Agbuka is still there, obviously, and Kate
Well,
Otten
Ibuka's
is
still there, yeah.
No, yeah, I was just gonna say Agbuka is still there and Kate Otten's still there. It's just that like Tez Johnson though, he's catching some touchdowns, man. It actually won me some money. Thank you. So, anyways,
Nice.
but yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not too concerned about the Bucs here. Kind of concerned about their. I mean, their defense still looked pretty decent. They got at least got an interception on Goff. It's really just their
Yeah.
offense that was really just not great today. And also, Baker was overthrowing a lot of receivers this game, which was unlike him. So, yeah, I mean, I think they'll turn it around.
Well, I think in all fairness, Detroit's front four was getting pressure on them.
That is true. That defense for the Lions, aside from obviously the secondary, is really good because the secondary they just got a bunch of like people off the street for the shit. So.
they got YMCA corners over there.
So, yeah, but yeah, not too much to go crazy about the Lions here. But the Bucs, I'm not too concerned about.
I'm glad the Lions are doing all right, man. Because when they go to the playoffs, they don't got to meet us and get out. So good for them.
That's crazy.
Good for them.
Anyways, last one here on the slate here, and let's just go ahead and go through this quick because I'll be honest with you, we didn't watch the entirety of this game because this game ended at 1:30 a.m. Screw that. But anyways, Seattle wins against the Houston Texans 27-19. Seattle, not gonna lie, shaky win. Darnold still got the win, though, 17-31 for 213 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 pick. So, yeah, I guess nothing too crazy. JSN, by the way, might be top 2 receiver at the moment in the NFL, just saying. 8 receptions, 123 yards for 1 touchdown. Now, in regards to the Texans, what's the conversation like with this Houston team? Because if I'm being honest with you, I'm getting a little concerned about this team. CJ Stroud, is he? What's going on? We have to blame the offensive line, though. We have to blame the offensive line.
I was gonna say, yeah, because that offensive line is like not that offensive line is the worst in the league.
Yeah, it's definitely
they were
the
not
worst in the
protecting
league.
Stroud at all.
It's definitely the worst in the league.
I won't blame Stroud entirely, but he can also get the ball into somebody's hands every once in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, for what I saw in the highlights, he was getting that ball to Schultz quite a bit.
That's good. I just yeah, it's true. Yeah.
And also, apparently, one of the corners wanted to try to fight JSN.
Yeah.
Who did? Oh, was it that guy, that ref that was like in between the guy or something like that? Who was that?
No, I think it was I want to say it was Reggie Bullock. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
somebody definitely wanted to throw hands with JSN, and JSN was kind of like scratching like in front of the ref. He was just kind of like, get him away from me, get him away from me.
Bro, Nico Collins, 4 receptions, 27 yards. He was targeted 10 times, dude.
Yeah, I'll give credit to Seattle's defense. They were locking up Nico all night long. However, they were not covering Dalton Schultz very well.
Yeah, 98 yards, almost 2 yards out from 100 for Dalton Schultz, which is kind of crazy to think about. But
shout out, bro.
I'm concerned about the Texans, and I will continue to be concerned about the Texans because this team on paper should look really good. It's just that offensive line fucking sucks. Cannot create any sort of time for CJ Stroud, and CJ Stroud just continues to throw some balls that just do not look great.
When you keep getting pressured as much as he does, it's like,
yeah,
you really blame him?
Yeah, but
but it's also crazy to think about because that Texan defense is still elite. Despite giving up 27 points to freaking the Seahawks.
Yeah, man, it's a little rough for the Texans right now, and they honestly need to reset here a little bit. If they actually want to go ahead and be competitive for the rest of the season, they need to go in ahead and get some bodies on offensive line, or honestly, first round pick in the draft next year, that shit, offensive linemen have to. So
I
Again.
don't even know why they didn't do it last season.
I
Or
don't
last
know.
fucking year.
I have no idea. Anyways, that is the slate. Kind of crazy, huh? We're done with the slate of the NFL. And now we have to realize that the fact that the AFC kind of looks a little similar to 2014. What? What?
My God.
The Colts, Patriots, Broncos, and Steelers are top 4 in the AFC. And the last time the AFC finished with these 4 divisional winners, it was in 2014, where we had quarterbacks of Andrew Luck, Tom Brady, Ben Roethlisberger, and Peyton frickin' Manning. What in God's name is happening right now? And it's so funny when you look at this when you look at this graphic on the NFL side, right? It's so funny because you have Andrew Luck and Tom Brady and Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger. Then you got Daniel Jones, Drake May, Bo Nix, and then you just have old man Aaron Rodgers. Like what a it's so
On the
crazy.
other side in that year.
Yeah, it's so crazy. But yeah, the playoff picture as of right now, the Packers would be the number 1 seed. Doesn't feel like it.
Stop the count.
The Colts would be the number 1 seed. Jaguars would face the Patriots in Foxborough. Chargers would face the Broncos. The Bills would face the Steelers. Ooh, that would be interesting. Then some way the Rams are facing the Niners. Then the Seahawks would face the Eagles, and then the Lions would go to Tampa Bay for a rematch. But yeah, that is the playoff picture as of right now after week 7. So now let's go on ahead and get into the swift stories to know. We are all going to be talking about the injuries that came out of this past week. And of course, just a lot of stuff going on in regards to this week because, just a lot of teams are trying to get some players back. So Bryce Young suffered a high ankle sprain on Sunday. He is expected to miss this week's game against the Bills. Andy Dalton is now in line to start. But the thing is, though, today, he was seen walking with no boot. So he could be starting. I'm not going to lie. Not quite sure. Anyways.
Protect him from Josh Allen.
Yeah. Eric McCoy suffered a torn biceps. It's going to knock him out for the season. The Saints center, but at the same time, Kendre Miller torn his ACL. The running back of the Saints, alongside
Miller.
Yep. Kamara, he torn his ACL. So fortunately, he will also be out for the season. 2 big injuries there for the Saints. Very unfortunate.
We're so cooked.
Omar Norman Lott, the Chiefs second rounder, suffered a torn ACL and is going to be out for the season. So, unfortunate for the Chiefs defensive tackle. Just another injury there. Darren Waller has a strained pectoral that is not expected to require surgery.
Best player.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he was, I'm pretty sure, on IR today. I'm thinking. I thought I saw a tweet, and I thought I put it down here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and look it up really quick here on Twitter. Yep, the Dolphins placed him on IR today. So, yeah. Samson Abukum is going to miss multiple weeks with an MCL injury. That is the Colts pass rusher. So just a bit of a tad loss there for the Colts defense. Dorrance Armstrong has a significant injury, knee, and he's out for the season per Dan Quinn, who then was put on the season-ending IR. Niners lost defensive end Bryce Huff because of his hamstring. Hopefully, it will not take more than 2 weeks, apparently, according to Kyle Shanahan. DeMarvion Overshown, the Cowboys have opened up the 21-day window for him, so he may potentially come back soon. Mike Evans suffered a broken collarbone, and he also suffered a concussion during that same game, so he is unfortunately going to be out for most of the year. Nico Collins also suffered a concussion during that game on Monday night to the Seahawks. So we will have to see. I didn't really see an update for him today, but TBD, I guess. So, continuing on. The Vikings are going to be opening the 21-day practice window for Aaron Jones, so he could potentially be back very, very soon. The Jets have also designated Quincy Williams to return from IR, so Quincy is potentially returning, something that the defense needs, but who cares at this point? They're 0-7. Oh yeah, there it is. The Dolphins put Darren Waller on the IR. They have signed Greg Dulcich to the active roster off of the practice squad. So, there you go. Jaden Daniels suffered a low-grade hamstring strain and will be out on Sunday against the Chiefs.
Cowboys.
Yeah, that's going to be very unfortunate because that's going to be an out, unfortunately, for the Commanders. Because the Chiefs are just going to get that easy win. Just being completely honest. Bucky Irving and Chris Godwin will be out on Sunday against the Saints. So, but Adam Schefter here says that the Bucs bye week is next week, so they will have a chance here to get healthy before the bye. So, yep. Just another update on Mike Evans that he is set for surgery this week to repair his broken collarbone, and a clean break that should have Evans back in 8 weeks. So, what are we at? Week 7? So, we would probably see him in the tail end of the season, which is like week 16 or 17. Lamar Jackson jogged onto the practice field today. So, he practiced today. Woohoo! His first practice appearance from September 28th. Which is kind of crazy to think about, right? Like, holy shit. So, he practiced out today, so, yeah, there you go. Carson Wentz will start. JJ McCarthy went through a workout, which, once again, I feel like as though this is just me. This is, I think, a soft benching. Just being completely honest here. Anyways. Moving on. Now we got some injury, now we got some Swift stories to know in regards to just in general. On the Miami Dolphins, they are not expected to make any sort of changes at this time. So Tua is going to remain the starting quarterback per Mike McDaniel. There was this Brian Branch thingy that you guys saw this, right? Like last week, how the NFL Films account tweeted out a whole thing about Brian Branch, and it was it was almost like a hit piece on him. It was so weird. So,
I saw that.
So Louis Riddick, who was the one that narrated this, he said the Detroit Lions organization is one that I have nothing but respect for. Ownership, head coach, and general manager, and players. Fast forward to this week, the Turning Point episode that was voiced by me recently covered the Chiefs-Lions game. Didn't come across the way it should have. The intent is to collaboratively, as a group, document the events of a game, good and bad. There's never an intent to do a hit piece on anyone or any team. That being said, I can see how the short clip that was posted could be taken as an attempt to cast the Lions or Brian Branch in a calculated, unfavorable manner. I don't want to be a part of that. I will be sure to make certain that anything that has my name attached to it will never again leave room for it to be interpreted that way in the future. Yeah, not a great look, Lewis. Not a great look, Lewis, because if I'm being honest, it just doesn't help that you guys deleted it.
Yeah.
So, not
Definitely
great.
Not a good look.
There's a better.
Exactly. Tyler Lockett with somebody after 4 p.m. today. So far, at least in terms of like where he could potentially, but I'm expecting. Dre Greenlaw not injured, but suspended without pay for 1 game because he went up to write a couple things and then walked off. Not really sure what he said, but Brad Allen went ahead and threw and game was over, which was kind of funny. But the NFLPA was like, yeah, nah, you're gonna be suspended next week. So for all the visual folks watching, it's interesting because Dre Greenlaw and Okay, but anyways, just to move away from this, just continuing on. But yeah, Bad Bunny should be fun. If you're hating just because he doesn't speak English, screw you. First off, he's literally.
I would tell you the real reason why, but I'm not gonna delve into politics in this podcast.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. But anyways, yeah, he's one of the more popular music artists in the world for a reason. So yeah, just deal with it. Guess what? You want to know something that a lot of people are really not gonna like whenever this fucking Super Bowl halftime rolls around? It's gonna be the most watched Super Bowl halftime show. It's gonna overtake last season.
Oh. Nigga, it is Bad Bunny.
It is Bad Bunny, bro. People all over the world are going to be watching this fucking shit. All right, and that's just a fact. Anyways, moving on. Roger Goodell unfortunately says that the league is exploring how AI is going to be used in officiating. Not really sure why you would want to do that, but sure, buddy. Sure.
I know.
Moving on. 52 modern era players advance in the voting process for the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And some meaningful, I mean, there's a lot of names in here that are like absolutely amazing, but some include Drew Brees, Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers, Frank Gore, LaShawn McCoy, Larry Fitzgerald, Greg Olson. There's a lot of amazing players here. Vince Wilfork, London Fletcher, Luke Kuechly, James Harrison. This is an amazing list of Hall of Fames, man. Amazing list. Can't wait to see who gets inducted. So, yeah.
Please induct Drew Brees. I beg.
Oh, Drew Brees is 100% going to get inducted right here, I think. So,
yeah, there's no way, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, so Peter Schrager actually put this up here. Very interesting. Nate Jones, he was a defensive back at Rutgers, was a 7th-round pick of the Cowboys, and he's been an official since 2019. Kudos for him for this, and kudos to the ESPN crew for who named him during the MNF broadcast. Yeah, it was this JSN scuffle here on the bench here. So, yeah, very cool from Nate Jones, because this man is like, yeah, hey, guys, stop. So, yeah, pretty dope.
Like JSN was just like, I'm just trying to rest on the bench, man.
All right.
Hey, my fault. I'm cooking y'all.
Texas niggas, bro. Can't trust them.
So Russell Wilson went at Sean Payton yesterday. He said, classless but not surprised. Didn't realize you're still bounty hunting 15 plus years later through the media. Hashtag let's ride. And it was because Sean Payton said, "Oh yeah, I would kind of wish that you guys, started him after, but whatever."
I'm gonna respond to this because that's my former coach. He got a ring while you still on the bench anyway.
Yeah. Moving on. This bum-ass Woody Johnson said to reporters that apparently Johnson says, quote, if we just can complete a pass, what an amazing quote from an owner of a American football team. Like, amazing, right? He then apparently said that he hugs Aaron Glenn every day, tells him that he believes in him. Sure, buddy. Not really sure what else you would say. But yeah, he said, quote, well, it looks like he's starting to turn around parts of it. It's hard when you have a quarterback with a rating that he's got. I mean, he has ability, but something just is not jiving. But if you look at any other head coach of the quarterback like that, you're going to see similar results if you were across the league.
That's fucking crazy.
So, yeah, I'm not really going to go too crazy into this because earlier, but yeah, just, yeah. But yeah, he also said then, quote, if we could just complete a pass, it would look good. All right. Okay. Justin Fields.
Urinating to his response right below.
Justin Fields said apparently he didn't hear that he didn't hear of his comments and that he's entitled to them. So Justin Fields put it in a good way, and that's all I'm going to say about that. Moving on now.
He's a class act. He may suck at football, but he's a class act.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving on to some more serious news. Doug Martin unfortunately passed away. Very unfortunate situation here because ESPN reported here that Doug Martin, a former All-Pro running back with the Tampa Bay Bucs, died in police custody early Saturday morning following an incident at his residence in Oakland. That's not great. So I hope that whatever happened is the truth. That's really all I'm going to say about that. But rest in peace, Doug Martin. Really sucks.
Yeah, rest in peace, man. No one deserves to die like that.
And the last thing here, once again, more serious news. But the day where the Broncos faced off against the Giants is when Demaryius Thomas's Ring of Fame pillar was unveiled, and he will forever be next to Peyton Manning in that Ring of Fame statue thingy. And honestly, that is so cool to see, man. Just so dope. It's just so unfortunate. He passed away at 33. Just too young. Way too young.
Way too young, dude.
But he at least won a ring with one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And especially in regards to his personality on and off the field, about how much of a great person he was, I think that is pretty freaking cool. So
yeah, shout out to the Broncos organization for doing something like that, man.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Absolutely, I agree. So, yep. The great late Demaryius Thomas passed away at 33. The Broncos beat the Giants by starting their game-winning drive with 33 seconds left to score the game-winning 33rd point. And so rest in peace, Demaryius Thomas. Definitely one of the reasons as to why they won a Super Bowl ring. So, yeah. Moving on now to our moving on to our fantasy football stuff really quickly before we get into the NFL power rankings here. But from week 7, we have a couple of interesting results. So I won against, Neptune won against me by 1 point? Oh my god, I missed that. But it's crazy because Marcelo won against Coop by 1.2. Oh, wow. Holy
shit.
All right. Mac won against King. RBM won against Max. Emmett won against Incog. And Brandon won against Andrew. Very interesting results here. And now in week 8, Brandon up against me. Coop versus Mac. King versus RBM. Max versus Emmett. Incog versus Andrew. And Neptune versus Marcelo for week 8. And just a reminder that the trade deadline for our fantasy league is also upcoming here soon. So, just a heads up there. Anyways, those were the results from week 7 of our fantasy football matchup. And now it is time to do the power rankings of... You said what?
You can only imagine who's number 1 and or 2. Fuck.
All right, well, maybe you'll be surprised. I don't know. We'll see. So, let's go ahead and get started with our first team here who is on the list. So, I feel like there are going to be some surprises here, but this is kind of the point where we kind of know who is good. So maybe things are going to start to even out just a little bit. But now, here we are. Number 10, I got the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 10. They lost that game against the Bengals. I know that. But their offense still looks great. And I still believe that they are still a great team in the NFL. I feel like if they went ahead and just beat, or if they just went up against like some of the 11 through 15 teams, they probably still would beat them. So, yeah. Any thoughts on the Steelers being number 10?
I got no qualms.
Right? Sounds good. Number 9 is a new team.
Oh, shucks.
And it's unfortunate that I have to put this team on here. The New England Patriots are on the board here at number 9.
Wow. They're so back. Shut up. Let's give it up, bro.
Unfortunately, I do not want to be the one to put the Patriots on here, but the Patriots are now officially on here. The only reason why they are the worst 5-2 team here is, to be honest with you, they really haven't beaten anyone that impressive. So, yeah. That's just me, though. That's just me. Number 8, I got the Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks is at number 8. They went up one spot here at least. I think the Seahawks still look good. Their defense is very, very good. Sam Darnold and the offense are cooking. I think if they just need to be a little bit more consistent for my liking. It sucks because I kind of interchange these two quite a bit here because number 7 are the 49ers at 5-2 once again. So again, you can honestly kind of make the argument both ways. You kind of could. But I was just like, you know what? I kind of like the Niners more than the Seahawks at the moment. I think the Niners, even despite all the injuries, they still are making these wins work somehow. So, yeah. The fact that they're doing that through an injured riddled team, I think a little bit more impressive in at least in my taste. So, yep. The 49ers are at number 7. And at number 6, we have the Green Bay Packers. Now, they are down 2 spots, despite the fact that they won. But it's because that win wasn't, in my opinion, that impressive. So, yeah, the Packers are 4-1-1 now. They are now down to number 6. Number 5 is going to be the Los Angeles Rams. I think for me personally, once again, the Rams are just the top 5 team in the NFL at the moment. That defense is great. That offense is even better. Puka Nacua wasn't there on Sunday in London, but I think for me personally, just got to give you just got to give the Rams some credit here. Number 4, the Philadelphia Eagles are back in the top 5. I think the Eagles are pretty much back in form. I think if they continue to win like this, they'll continue to be a top 5 team in the NFL at the moment. But we'll just have to see what happens on Sunday. So, yep. Now, next one up here, number 3, is that the Tampa Bay Bucs have fallen from the number 1 spot to number 3. They are now 5-2. That loss against the Lions wasn't, unfortunately, a good one, but I'm gonna give the Bucs some credit here because Baker Mayfield is their quarterback, so I'm gonna put them at number 3. And number 1 and number 2, I think, are pretty self-explanatory at this point. The number 2 team in the NFL are the Detroit Lions, which means somehow, some way, in 2025, the Indianapolis Colts are the number 1 team in the NFL right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Finally, a list without controversy.
I hope so, because these are the top 10 rankings. Once again, I'm just gonna read them off: 1 Colts, 2 Lions, 3 Bucs, 4 Eagles, 5 Rams, 6 Packers, 7 Niners, Seahawks, Patriots, Steelers. Now, if you're wondering, where's the Chiefs? Well, if I'm being completely honest with you, if I made a top 15, you would probably see the Chiefs there, and they would probably be in like 12-11. So they are knocking on that door, guys. Just saying. But anyways, those are my power rankings for week 7. And so now we have to talk. Oopsie daisy. Something happened to my thingy here on the video side of things, but that's okay. Anyways, there we go. Perfect. Now, let's go ahead and get into our predictions for the NFL slate of week 8. So,
predictions.
Just going ahead and just do this really quick because we do have a couple more buys here this time around for this week. So just
we have 6 teams on a bye this time.
Yeah, we have 6 teams on a bye.
13 matchups.
All right, here we go. So the Vikings, Chargers. Who's winning it, guys? Chargers.
I'm going with the Chargers.
All right.
Unless.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I will be shocked though. If the Vikings somehow win this game, I will be shocked. Falcons, Dolphins. Falcons.
I'm going Flackens.
Jets, Bengals. Bengals. Don't even worry about it.
Bengals.
Yep.
Bengals. Just keep doing it. Just keep going through it. Browns, Patriots.
Patriots,
yeah.
Giants, Eagles.
It'll be
Eagles get their get back. Eagles get
Yep,
their get back.
Eagles win it.
Honestly, yeah. Eagles
Eagles
get
win
to
it.
get back.
Yeah.
Bills, Panthers. Bills.
Bills.
Ravens,
Bills are well rested.
Ravens, Bears.
Ooh,
Oh
this is an
boy.
interesting
Yeah,
one.
be careful with this one.
Because if Lamar comes back, I'm gonna say the Ravens. If it's still Cooper Rush, I'm gonna say the Bears.
Yeah, that's literally how I feel. Because
Yeah.
if Lamar's back, then the fucking Ravens. But
Lamar was limited today, so the chances of him winning, or the chances of him playing on Sunday, are still very
still slim.
It's still a toss up. If I'm being honest with you.
Then err on the safe side. Let's go with the Bears.
Yeah, let's go with the
Yeah.
Bears. I'm going with the Bears. It's crazy because the Ravens 51% picked right here. Interesting.
Ooh.
Niners, Texans. Niners.
Niners.
Bucs, Saints.
Bucs.
Buccaneers. Unless.
Nah, no, I don't
It'd
think
be nice,
so.
but no.
There's actually a lot of potential blowouts here, guys. Oh man, this might be a week of all time. This might be a week. Cowboys, Broncos. Ooh, wait a second.
I'm going Broncos because for some reason the Cowboys just don't know how to beat them.
You know,
Yeah.
Emmett sent me a tweet. Emmett sent me a tweet that may give us some potential thingies here. The Dallas Cowboys have lost 7 straight against the Denver Broncos. The last time Dallas beat the Broncos in general was at Texas Stadium in 1995. The last time the Cowboys won at Denver was even further back in 1992. All right, that just tells me that we should just take the Broncos then. All right, cool.
Take the
Yep, pretty much.
All right, cool. Tennessee Titans versus the Colts. Let's go. The Colts. Yeah.
Cam Ward breakout game right here. Bro.
Packers Steelers Sunday Night Football. This is Packers go to Pittsburgh for this one. So they're not in Lambeau, they're in Pittsburgh. Rodgers faces his former team.
I'm
just because Rodgers is there.
Give me Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going Steelers.
Yeah, I'm not too high on the Packers with this game. I think the Steelers win it.
I think the Steelers outscore them, honestly.
Yeah, I think the Steelers do it. And the Chiefs, Washington Commanders. Oh, wait, what?
You alright? I don't know what we're doing here, bro. I was saying Micah Parsons will definitely fucking get like probably 4 sacks, but even then, I still think
that's true.
DK Metcalf about to go crazy.
All right, and the Commanders, Chiefs.
I just give it the fucking Chiefs, bro.
Yeah, unfortunately,
so it's a different record. I would have said us, but you know,
I foresee a blowout here. X, I'm sorry. I just can't see it, bro. I just can't see it. Bro.
Maybe Mariota's like, wait, I'm fucking goated, and they start balling out, but it won't happen because that's my life. So
yeah. As far as how many points we scored, I'm gonna go with 26 points.
26? What the hell?
Damn.
In total?
Yep.
Have you seen our defense?
What the fuck?
I'm saying the Chiefs will win 26-0.
What? Damn.
Nah.
At least at 42, but okay.
Nah, no way.
At least at 42-0, but
nah.
At least wrong.
All right, well, guys, we're going to go ahead and end off this episode of Talkin Football with Larlar. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all listening as well. It's going to be a very interesting slate of the NFL. And if I'm being completely honest with you here, just judging by this slate, this might be a blowout. This might be a blowout week. I'm not going to lie. So, yep. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.
Good night.